Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with the quick energy check-in for the collective. I told you guys I will be coming on doing these as much as I can, and as heavy as the energies have been within the collective regarding the divine feminine and the divine masculine specifically. Today I'm using a new deck. I am using the Karma cards by Monte Farber, right? So the Karma cards from Monte Farber. And this was a beautiful, eye-opening experience, and I wanted to do an energy temperature check with the collective. Again, for those of you who booked more readings with me, career, love, and sessions, I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Make sure you continue to check out the Etsy shop, Chrissy Crystal Indigo. And if you want to order, the herbs or the crystal packs, feel free to do so. They have information about each product in the details when you click on the product. And if you would like to have a session with me, you can visit my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. And just want to say I'm proud of all of you guys for doing the work. I know I may sound drained. It is 1 o'clock in the morning while I'm doing this for you guys. So I want all of you guys to tune in. Let me know how you thought about, or what you thought about the way this spread came out today, okay? And if you would like to donate to the channel, you can. If not, no biggie. Subscribing to the channel is the same form as an energy exchange donation, okay? So with this first spread that I am using, it is for, the collective. It's for the divine masculine and divine feminine. Now, the question that I asked was, within the collective, like what are we meant to do? Like, what is the outcome of this journey? What is the outcome with this divine feminine and divine masculine, collective journey? And so when you do use the karma cards, the blue is for the outcome, right? And so as you can see, it talks about the creation of, the gaining of respect for or from. It says things brought to life or light. And this is what the journey is all about. So when I meditated, and you use this deck very differently, so you have to actually read the manual or the book that comes along with it so you can understand it, because it talks about houses, planets, and your signs. And so this was really beautiful. I said, let me give this deck a try. Let me see how well I connect with it. And it was really spot on. And so again, with the collective, it's talking about the creation of, the gaining of respect for or from, things brought to life or light. And that is the ultimate goal for divine feminines and divine masculine, as light workers, as star seeds, however we resonate under the spiritual umbrella, right? And so I was like, I have to do a reading. I have to put this on the channel so they can really see, how beautiful, how amazing this is. And then I asked for the outcome for the divine masculine, and we got in Aries. And so I believe the Emperor card is Aries, right? So, and write in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Emperor resonates with the sign of Aries. And so with the card coming out for the divine masculine, it's saying your willpower, what you think you know about, right? What you think you know about. Do it your own way, and in Aries, right? And so for sure, that is the Emperor, because I believe when you look at the tarot deck, rather Rider-Waite, you do see the Ram next to the Emperor, right? Like, you guys let me know in the comments, but I think I'm going to find it for you already. But this was really beautiful about, like, the way the spread, just came out. Like, you really, it's so different how you work this deck. That's why I was like blown away. I was like, oh man, this is dope. I have to share this with the collective. And with this coming out like this, sorry guys, the the divine masculines got to really step it up, like really get into their emperor status. Like, there's a lot of tower moments happening. There's a lot of dark night of the souls happening within a collective. And especially now, I think divine feminines are coming off of their dark night of the soul. If that's what I was going through these last 3 months, instead of just an extra awakening, man, it was rough. Because but I feel, because my awakening felt similar to what I've been going through the past 3 months, but I feel that it's gonna cease. It's gonna come down and start getting lighter. But this is that Aries energy that the divine masculine need to step in, that power, that knowing, that knowledge. And how are they going to be able to do that if they are always playing sleep, to be honest? And so this is what Spirit, Source, Divine, God is asking them to do in regards to awakening, in regards to realizing what their mission is, what they're called. Yep, here we go. What they're called to do. I mean, I always have to give an example, but again, this is what they are asking the divine masculine to do. Step up into their emperor energy, being confident, being strong, being courageous, being all-knowing, right? It says your willpower, what you think you know about, do it your own way, and in Aries, right? That's beautiful. And I'm going to do some, and those are called the karma cards. I'm going to do that for you guys too. If you want a karmic reading or something like that, I'm going to put that on the site for you guys. Because that really, man, how he did it and how he aligned his deck with planets and stuff like that. And it's aligned in regards to like the natal chart, which is amazing. And so you'll be able to understand, once you see the deck in person, how amazing it is. Now, for the divine feminine, we have, look at that, for humanity's sake, your hopes and wishes, do it for the future. And that's that divine feminine energy, right? This is how we invoke our divine feminine energy. Do it for the future in the 11th house. And, what is your 11th house? What is the 11th house? What does your 11th house resonate with, right? And so that's why I said this is going to be a very beautiful learning tool to use as we dig into karma, what's happening with our karma, right? And so they're asking you to be in your divine feminine energy, and everything you do it for humanity. Everything you do, you're doing it for bettering your life and things like that. So that's really amazing. And you guys, how you see this card or how it resonates with you, like, share, comment, in the comment sections. But this is really a beautiful deck. And I'm trying to find the 11th house for you so I can help you, because some of us don't be knowing like all of that information. Like, this house means this, this house means that, secrets, this, that, and third. And how he did this book, he didn't put it in numerical order. So I'm sifting around trying to get the 11th house for you. But again, I'll read the top for divine feminine. It says, for humanity's sake, your hopes and wishes, do it for the future in the 11th house, right? And so this is the outcome, right? And so it talks about the 11th house derives its meaning from the 10th house, right? And so I'll just read this information to you so you guys can get it clearly. It says, but while the 9th house is concerned with the authority of concepts and ideas, that are already respected by the world. The 11th house is concerned with authority of concepts and ideas that are proposed by you and the people with whom you share a common bond that is not romantic in nature. So this talks about what your light worker starseed, duties, your way shower duties, your, however you are called to step out on your life path and purpose. So it says, most obvious group of people with whom you identify is your friends, in addition to the fun you have throwing and attending parties together. Being with your friends makes you feel good about who you are. The pressures of accomplishing 10th house goals are made lighter by associating with people who appreciate you for who you are right now. So it says, sometimes but not always, your friends are people who share goals with you or themselves engage in similar careers. But even when people are not close friends, you can still derive substantial benefit from joining with them to form associations, clubs, and unions. All groups of people with shared goals come under the roof of the 11th house. Of course, anyone who has ever belonged to a club or union knows that sometimes it's easy to forget that every member shares common goals. The petty differences that may arise are natural in a group of people with different hopes and wishes about the way common goals should be reached. While the 10th house authority figures are embodiments of I'm trying to find it for you guys. Embodiments of the establishment, and the ninth house authorities are the fairly well established principles from which the establishment tries to justify its authority. The 11th house symbolizes those individuals with ideas of their own who singly or in groups are trying to perfect and circulate their independent viewpoints so that one day they too become the authorities. Those with independent viewpoints are usually viewed by the world as eccentrics and or geniuses. The 11th house contains the same spirit of creativity symbolized by its opposite, the 5th house. But in the 11th house, the creativity is not expressed solely for its own sake, as in the arts, but becomes the spirit of invention harnessed for the good of the group. So it still resonates back to all of you having the same mission, having the same goal. All right? Abstract, though, becomes a necessary tool to be used when we desire to invent something. We must be able to envision something that has never existed before. And to do that, we must re-examine what exists now as if we had never seen it before. This process results in creative mutation that are only possible if we dare to focus our 11th house, problem-solving ability, and inventive imagination, and dream of a future yet to be. This represents science in its purest form. Astrology itself comes under the heading of the 11th house matters. Through our knowledge of what energies are at work inside us and inside those people who are members of the association we belong to, we may best accomplish our goals. The 11th house is ruled by the planet Uranus and the sign Aquarius. Okay? Okay. So this is amazing. And then when you ask the overall energy, right? We have, as a full-time job, serving, do it a little at a time, in the 6th house, right? And so this is our overall energy, right? And this is for divine, this is for divine masculine. Let me see. The advice. Yeah, this is for divine masculine. Oh yeah, there we go. So this is divine. No, is that divine masculine? Sorry guys, it's late. No, this is divine feminine. Yeah. So as a full-time job, serving, do it a little at a time in the 6th house, right? And so divine masculine, Divine Feminine. But it resonates so well. Like, what is the outcome for the collective, which we got this card here, the Sun. What's happening with Divine Masculine? We got in the 11th house. And then for Divine Feminine, as a full-time job, serving, do it a little at a time, the 6th house. And with the 6th house, we know that resonates with, he has these just scattered all over the place. And I mean, it's for a specific reason. The 6th house derives its meaning from the 7th house, right? So you have to know what the houses are associated with. So the 6th house is associated with work and services performed for others, either you working for others or others working for you. Older astrologist textbooks refer to the 6th house as the house of servants. So again, like on your light path, purpose, mission, doing your work, doing your, what you're called to do. But I recommend you guys get this because it's beautiful how these cards just like how they come out and how it's easy for you to understand the message. All right. And this is my first night using them is with you guys. So we'll dive into the Twin Flame Mystic Moon Oracle. The card out for Divine Masculine is solitude, right? So a lot of them is really going into solitude, not saying much. We have ascending. A lot of them are ascending to a higher level, ascending for the first time, awakening for the first time. We also have pride and ego. For those of you who are on different wavelengths, like you could be suffering with pride and ego with your divine counterpart, really trying to get them to open their heart, see from a different perspective, right? And then tribe, they will start to align with their tribe and get a better understanding of what they are, going through, dealing with, etc. Because again, I mean, even though the Divine Feminine is always there to support and help the Divine Masculine, will have to come to his or her own conclusion. For Divine Feminine, we have compromise, right? We have mirroring. Then we have Muse and Dark Night of the Soul. And I really feel in Divine Feminine's comment below in the comment sections, if this is you, if you are really feeling like you're going through your Dark Night of the Soul, or for the last 3 months, it has been a huge roller coaster ride, right? And Dark Nights of the Souls are not fun. We have for the overall energy, big dreams. And so with this full moon energy, you're realizing the dreams that you want to bring to fruition. Your divine counterpart is realizing their dreams they want to bring to fruition. This is the energy that's, engulfing all of us, right? So under that, we have offer. And so I always look at the card underneath the overall energy because that's letting me know what we're, preparing for, what's ahead. The energy within the collective, we have understanding. So when I see this card, I think about on a galactical level, like getting light codes and downloads, and Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine getting their understanding. The answer is yes, right? So one day will my Divine Masculine finally see the light and understand this journey. One day will my Divine Masculine awaken, or, however your question is, formulated in your mind. Here's your answer. We have Divine Feminine. A lot of the Divine Feminines, you have to, even me, I have to lead better by example. We have to step into our power and get into our Divine Feminine energy, because that is the only way we can really pull our divine counterparts up and support our divine counterparts. The more we fall apart as Divine Feminines, our Divine Masculine is going to be all over the place. And the reason why this is important is because we share the same energy. It's very, very important. So even when I'm going through my Dark Night of the Souls, even when I'm just like falling apart on the inside, I see how that shakes up the foundation within myself and my divine counterpart. And so, however you need to pull that energy out and release it, and just shake yourself off and purge it out, do it the best that you can. And I feel grounding your energy, walking on the soil, walking in nature, that is going to be very, very important for the collective, especially divine feminines. New direction. So the way your divine masculine planned or saw his or her life, it's a total new direction now, in the same way for divine feminine, right? The mask is coming off. So for your divine counterparts, however it resonates, you are really starting to shed that mask away, and how you are, how you've been seeing yourself is coming to the light. And for some of the divine masculines, they are not liking what they see, right? And for some of them, they have to pull the mask off to start to accept what this connection is, where they're being called to journey to. Then we have material world. You got to balance it out. You can be in the world, but not of it, right? And then we have for the energy vibration. So we've been all feeling it. It's no secret. Right now, my crown chakra is rocking and rolling as I'm giving this reading. And also, you may start or begin to hear telepathic communications, like hearing your divine masculine's thoughts. So today, I just kept hearing like, oh my, like, you're gonna lose a dude. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? What are you tripping? Like, go get your girl. Like, what? And I'm like, where is all these thoughts coming from? And I was in the shower and I was just like, shake it off. And then it slowly started happening again. And I'm like, okay, like, somebody won't think I'm crazy. So if that's you too, where you just automatically start to hear these different thoughts talking in third person, like, you are energetically picking up on your divine masculine thoughts, okay? Winter, we are in winter. Spring does not happen until March 21st or 22nd for the spring solstice. So this is, an important time. So the second, I heard one of my favorite channel, her name is Crystal 1111. Crystal 1111 Tarot, and she had communicated to us that the second week of March, you're going to see a switch, you're going to see a change. And so I feel like for all of us who've been going through that dark night of the soul, that's when we're going to see like a big shift, something different, right? So let's be on the lookout for that. Mark your calendars. Now in the Elemental Oracle, for divine masculine, the first card that came out is solitariness and desert. So again, divine masculines are going into solitude, really trying to figure it out, really trying to, get things in alignment in their mind, right? It's just too much going on. I got too much happening. I need to go into solitude and just find peace, right? And then we have for divine masculine, he got two. We have beginnings east, right? And so with the beginnings, and this is number 3 too. I love 3. And this talks about, changes, beginnings, right? And maybe some of them may have, the essence of shamanism in their lineage. But with 3 east, it talks about worry not, a new dawn is breaking, let go of the old and embrace the new. Flow forward without heaviness or anxiety. New ways of being are called to you. Speak up with a clear voice. Do not resist change. See? So their cards are their cards. And I know for divine feminine, what did I tell you? Groundness, gravity. This is number 39. We have to ground really, like these next couple of weeks. Ground your energy, ground your energy. So with gravity, it says the word of power, gravitious. Seek a grounded perspective. Okay, so gravity is the natural force that causes all things with mass and energy to be attracted to each other. This includes planets, galaxies, lights, and yes, even apples. The famous story about Isaac Newton and the apple actually did happen, but not in the way most people think. While there is no evidence of young Isaac being bumped on the head by a falling apple, he was sitting in the orchard and observed an apple falling from a tree. He noticed every apple fell the same way, straight down, not sideways or somehow else impeded, and he wondered why. This inspired him to formulate the law of universal gravitation, which states that everybody in the universe is attracted to every other body with a force that is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. His famous apple tree continues to grow at Woolsthorpe Manor. Okay, so divine feminines, get grounded. Then you have 2, adventure, south. So we're getting all this east, south, right? And so it's been a very, very tough time for a lot of you in the collective, right? So we have south, adventure, take a risk, but an educated one. Do or see something you haven't before, as experiencing something new will help to clear your mind and give wonder to your heart. Look carefully at your plan. Something may be amiss. The situation may have a happy medium. It is not all or nothing. And this is the overall energy, right? And so I recommend for the collective that we really pray really hard and tune into our spirit guides, tune into our light team, you know, whoever we can, because this is really a tough moment. It has been tough for the entire collective, right? And we will get through this. I know we will. I know we will. And I know for a lot of you guys, it's like, when will it end? Because it's like every day you get something new. Every day you get a new gift. Every day something's happening. And you know, for humanity's sake, right? Every day you get a new gift. Every day something's going on. There we go. All right, because I knew something was off. Okay, I'll redo this for you guys again just because, see? You would think the retrograde energy is still going on. Okay, so the overall energy for the collective. Remember, this is the karma cards, okay? This is really dope. These cards are really amazing. So it's the creation of, the gaining of respect for or from, things brought to life or light. This is the overall for divine feminine, divine masculine. This is what our goal is as a collective, right? And yeah, this is our goal, the outcome, right? So I had to relook at the book just to make sure. This is, and it was beautiful how it came out. And then the sun. The sun always represents new beginnings, etc. And then for the divine masculine, the ram. So it's your willpower, what you think you know about, do it your own way. And in Aries, that emperor's energy, right? And so for divine feminine, I knew it was messed up. For humanity's sake, your hopes and wishes, do it for the future. In the house of, see, 11th house. There we go. So this is amazing, 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 amazing. And we talked about the 11th house, and it's so much going on, like spiritually, man. It's just so much going on. And I know we're going to get through. And sorry if I feel like, if it seems like, you know, I'm all over the place. That's so not the case. It's just that the energy has been so strong, and I've been trying to make sure that I get on here and give you guys so much information. Now, in the Lightworker Oracle spread for the divine masculine, we have don't dim to fit in. Don't dim to fit in, right? And they hide. They don't want to show their spiritual gifts. They don't want to entertain their spiritual gifts. They want to be ignorant to it. Great. But the more spirit is climbing at you and trying to get you, you know, out of your own way, the more you're going to look, lopsided to people when you're out. Like, those people who are going through their spiritual journey. I'm telling you, you'll notice each and every one. You know how? When you look at them dead in their face, one of their eyes are like cockeyed, or they look frazzled, or their eyes don't look the same as it did before they went through their spiritual awakening. Now, you guys can, if I'm lying, I'm flying, but I'm telling you, every person I've seen awaken and then what their eyes were like before they awakened, totally different. All right. So how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Right? No. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. So Spirit is asking us, and when I started to shuffle the cards, I asked, what can the divine feminine do to support the divine masculine through this? And this is the card that came out. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. So allow Spirit, allow Source, allow divine to really work through your divine or with your divine counterpart, and you do your part behind the scenes. So, sending them love and light, energy healing, whatever, on the 5D level. This is what's really going to support them, because if we're studying, on their back and asking questions and trying to, get them to understand the connection and keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing, it's just not going to go in the best direction right now, right? And Spirit is trying to get, all of us in alignment. So they're asking us to support more in the 5D. And then I asked for divine feminine. How can the divine masculine help and support the divine feminine, right? And we got rest, retreat, rest, be held, deep replenishment. So giving love, giving, showing you care, showing you are appreciative of your divine feminine, right? And so it's amazing how for them, Spirit is telling us to step back, pull back, right? And then this card is like, let them come to you, let them make the effort, let them, give you deep replenishment. You see how it comes out, right? It's time for the divine masculine to make the effort. It's time for the divine masculine to move forward, right? And then the next card is you already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You don't have to do anything else. Keep following where you're being called, where you're being led, where you're being guided, okay? The overall energy for both birthing and new age. See that? Again, age of Aquarius. Like, we are all getting into alignment to continue to raise the vibration of the planet. You'll see more spiritual shops opening up, more Reiki shops opening up, more healing boutiques opening up, right? And it says, birthing a new age, birthing new creation, dreaming a new world into being. So all we can do is continue to give our divine counterparts love and light and support them in the 5D. And as we shift our energy, as we get back into that strong divine feminine energy where it's like, you know what, I got things to do, you'll see your divine masculine start to pull forward. But you continue to stay in that divine feminine energy and continue to allow them to get their strength to get closer and closer and closer, right? Does it make sense? Well, I hope this video resonated for you guys. I know it was a short one. I will talk to you guys soon. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Take care.